Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first ISCANS Live. We are so excited to get this off the ground tonight, aren't we, Patrick?
Oh, I'm on mute. Sorry. I said, yes, I'm very happy about this production that we've been putting for a very long time, and it's finally happening.
And we have two wonderful guests this evening. But first of all, we want an announcement concerning thanking our Mi'kmaq community. Don't we, Patrick?
Yes, we want to acknowledge our Indigenous people in the Mi'kmaq territory, and we thank them for, we acknowledging them. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all right. I hope everybody brought their cocktails tonight, because I'm certainly going to have one on my nerves. So,
I'm drinking tonight, so cheers for that.
As I said, this is our very first time, so it's uncharted territory for us. We've done online shows, but this is entirely different because we're actually going to be interviewing people as well. We have two fabulous guests tonight. And I don't know, should we bring them both up at once, or should we bring them separately?
Well, this is our first time, so we can bring them one, and then we can bring them the second, and then we can talk in between.
Yeah, and that's right. So, who do we want to bring to the stage first?
I think we should bring our singer.
Ah. Oh, the handsome guy with the beard.
Yes.
Oh, yes. He is one of one, if not the best country singers that I know. And he is the only country singer personally I know. So we are very proud that he um, accepted our offer to come on and be interviewed. So we're going to bring to the stage uh, right now Halifax's Royal Crown Prince, Country Prince, Drake Jensen.
Hello, Emperor and Empress.
Hello. Welcome.
I don't know. Am I allowed to say guys anymore? I say guys all the time. I don't think it's appropriate anymore.
Well, you can call me a guy. You know,
Well, no,
there
you're a
there are
girl.
well
You're
there
Miss
are
Guy.
some credentials stating otherwise, but
Yeah.
you know, we're say a girl tonight.
Okay, I heard that about you. Just so you know. Thank you for that introduction, by the way.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're looking great this evening.
Thank you very much. I went and I puffed up my beard just for you both. What do you think?
Well, I
Good?
kind of figured that's what you would do.
Yeah, I
You
did. I
was
did.
puffing something,
I
so
branched.
I figured it must have been your beard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't be nothing else.
Not
So
me.
Drake, I'm going to ask you, a couple of questions, and if the audience that's listening currently wants to ask any questions, please feel free to just type them in, and Patrick will make sure that they go up on the screen.
Yeah.
Because without my glasses, I can't see those comments too well, and I'm not going to put those on. But Drake, in Ottawa, how are you coping personally with COVID up there?
With pills. I don't know. It's been a really interesting year. I had this. Somebody asked me the same question. I was interviewed in Australia the other day, and the DJ asked me, how are we coping? And to be honest, there's this real kind of odd paradoxical thing going on with me. So on one side, I have complete anxiety, and I'm afraid of going in public and stuff. I've been isolating here at my cottage in Quebec, actually. And but on the other side, musically, 2020 turned out to be one of the best years ever for me musically. So it's been a really odd kind of time for me, but I'm really grateful at how many new fans that I've grown. My Spotify has blown up over the past month, especially with Burn the Floor, and of course Never Surrender was just released. So there's this kind of push and pull of good and bad. So, but I'm really grateful for this time. I'm really happy. I'm I'm trying to maintain the most positive attitude I possibly can. That's what I always do.
Yeah, we have to at these times to keep as positive as possible because there's so much negativity around us that
Yeah.
it if we tend to gather that in, it just brings us down and down and down and down and down, and
Yeah.
then what positivity we had is gone, and
Exactly.
it takes a while to get that back in there again to where it's supposed to be.
Right. And
Um,
so I've even started like meditating, which is something I never did before. So I've started doing stuff like that, and kind of trying to always stay, like you say, on that positive kind of vibe. Because if you go too far down negative road, it just takes you on a real bad trip. So, staying positive seems to be the only real way to maintain my sanity.
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
So, like when you sit down and write a song, Drake, what is your inspiration behind it?
Sometimes I don't know, like there was some things like on the first record. So this is 10 years since I recorded the first record. I wrote a few songs on that first record. It depends. Like I wrote a song called I Found Me, which was about my journey to finding myself, and then other people of course really related to that really well because everybody's on their own journey. I've written songs like Chakota, Oklahoma, which is about a gay cowboy in Oklahoma who's in the closet. I was inspired by a Twitter handle, so it can be just words, it can be a title, it can be a movie. Um, when I write, it just kind of songs. I don't think we write songs. I think songs are given to us. and I just think they're there, and you just kind of have to tap into it. When I wrote "Burn the Floor," I wrote "Burn the Floor" with John Hemingway in the Valley, and it just happened in 15 minutes. So it's one of those very spontaneous things for me. I can't think about it too much.
Yeah, I think sometimes if we overthink things, the idea just goes out the door because
Yeah, and that's
we killed it.
true. Yeah, because and that's about a lot of things in life. And I've often joked that if I had a thought about this too much 10 years ago, I never would have done it. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy I stepped outside the box and way outside my comfort zone, went to Nashville and took the plunge, and it totally changed like my life. So it's been a great journey. So I guess positivity, meditation, spontaneous songwriting. I'm recording the record actually when I'm done with you all tonight. I'm going to go back. I'm recording right now. So that's why I have my mic and everything set up. I'm recording the new record, which is a cover record. So I'm interpreting other people's songs on this record, which is very interesting when you get to do that too. So I
Mhm.
like to do both. I like to write some of my own. I love to do other people's stuff too.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about your new album coming up. Uh, what what is it all about and such? But you said it's more like a cover, you know.
Yeah. So what happened was my producer and I, and the guy who does pretty much all my music, John Hemingway and Jonathan Edwards are kind of both my engineers and producers. But Jonathan Edwards is producing this record, and he and I went on a little trip across Canada. We got accepted onto the Via Rail onboard artist program, where you get to go on the train, you go across Canada, and you perform on the train, and then you stop and you perform in all of the train stations. And they did ask me when I first applied, if you're going to play your own music, that's great, but could you also play some Canadian classic music? Because we have a lot of tourists that love to hear classic Canadian music. So we started to play Bruce Colburn and Rena McNeil, and we started to play Anne Murray stuff, and we started to play, oh my gosh, like Lenny Gallant and all of this stuff. And it was so well received that Jonathan said, let's do a record of this stuff. And it just kind of evolved from there. So the new record is called Iconic, and a lot of people say, "Well, why iconic?" Well, because these songs are all iconic Canadian songs, and of course, the first release was "Never Surrender," a cover of Corey Hart's most famous song, and then
Mhm.
we've got Gordon Lightfoot on here and all kinds of stuff. So we're having a blast working on this record. I'm going to perform a number for you tonight. From that record, and this one I'll perform for you tonight is going to be a special release for Pride this year. So
Awesome.
yeah, we're really, really excited about this. So I'm excited.
Hey, Patrick, apparently there's some people saying that there's no sound. I don't know why.
Let me take a look.
It might be has something to do with their end. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
I can hear you guys perfectly.
yeah, I can hear you perfectly as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, no,
what? So
it's good. Oh,
it's
sorry.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
So once upon a time, you weren't always a country singer.
No. Well,
So
I started when I was 5. So my father was exposing me at 5 to like John Denver and Charlie Pride and all that stuff. So I've been singing country for a long time.
yeah, but what was your career prior to becoming more of an artist now than you were when you were 5 years old?
Oh well, I've done many things in my life. I'm one of those people. But I was a hairstylist for 35 years. I'm a master hairstyling instructor in the province of Nova Scotia, and that was what I'd done for a long time while I'd done music. So I was always doing music and using that to support it. It's a little different now. I've retired from doing that, and I do music full time now. So it's completely different. Do I miss it? Yeah, sometimes I miss working, but COVID changed a lot of things for especially hairstylists. So it's been a journey. But I took this opportunity to do things full time. But singing has always been a passion of mine, and reaching people and making a difference in people's lives is really what I want to do. So singing was the vehicle for that. I
Mhm.
transformed a lot of people's heads in Nova Scotia, if you know what I mean. But singing's always been my thing.
Well, you definitely turned mine.
Oh well, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate the I appreciate my new title, by the way. I really like my new title. Who came up with that?
Um,
You. I hope. Yes. Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you very much. I graciously accept that title. I hope we can get together soon. Are we going to be able to get together this year? Are we having an actual event, or are we going to be virtual again this year? What do you guys think?
well,
It's hard to say.
I mean, we're hoping,
Yeah, me
but
too.
we've heard it could be next year before we can have an in-group,
That's
sort of
right.
thing where we can all get together. Some say a couple more years,
Yeah.
which I pray is not, because I'm craving to see all my, the wonderful friends from United States and the rest of Canada. You know, I want to sit down and have a drink with them. I want to, be able to give them a hug. It's hard when uh, you have to do everything online. It's beneficial to some,
It is, and
you
it's been
know.
beneficial. It's been beneficial for me,
Well,
because
I mean,
my reach has gotten even further because I've
yeah,
focused.
because you're before. I mean, you were reaching just a certain area, but with expanding to everyone here on Facebook, and we're sharing things and sharing things and sharing things. It's a good thing for you, and
No, it's great. It's great to be shared around.
well, I mean, we're talking music, right?
Yeah, of course, we're talking about music. This is a
So,
family-friendly show.
well, of course, yes. So, in 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
Um, doing probably what I'm doing right now. Like, people always ask me, what are you gonna what's your plans for the future? I mean, did any of us know in 2019 that we'd be doing what we're doing now? Like, no. I mean, the one thing that I strive to do is really kind of ride the wave. And I think I've learned, because I'm a control freak. Anybody who knows me, I'm an Aries, and I love being in control of my own career. I like controlling everything. And if anything that this pandemic has taught me is that there is no control, and the illusion of control is just that. It's an illusion. So I've kind of let go of everything, and I kind of trust that the universe has a plan for me, because I always land on my feet. I always land in the right place. I always get the right people helping me. I hope that continues, and I always strive just to get better. That's what I. That's my plan for the next 5 years. It's just to be the absolute best person and a shining light for the LGBTQI community. That's what I want to do.
Well, right now you already are a shining light to many people, and you bring joy in a lot of people's lives with your music, and with your interviews that you do online as such. I've seen a few of them, and just sort of sit in the background and listened and learned a few things, um, and I do want to thank you for everything that you are doing for us and for every other place that has asked you to perform or to join their live streams and such. You have no idea what that means to us. To have a person of your stature come on and be a part be a part of our organization and to support us with your music and understanding us and where we're coming from. We want to thank you for that.
You're most welcome. It's a pleasure. I really never ever looked at myself any differently than anybody else. I'm a regular guy, and I think as I get older, I get more and more normal. You know what I mean? I don't want to use the N word, but I've never been too normal. But I'm just one of those people that just really wants to make people happy. The one thing I wanted to do over this pandemic, that's why my online presence got a lot larger, because I decided that I was going to be there for people. And I think it's not only fulfilled other people, but it certainly fulfills me.
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine not doing this stuff, and not having these relationships. And my relationship with Nova Scotia, I mean, I loved. I mean, it wasn't that long ago. I went to investiture a couple of years ago, and we had a great time there. So I can't wait till we do it again.
Well, let's hope it's very true.
Me
Um,
too.
so you said that you had, a song ready for us.
Yeah.
Would you like to perform that for us?
Yeah, so I'll tell you a little story about it. So we were going on the train, and Jonathan and I were picking songs, and Jonathan both and I both love Bruce Cockburn, and you guys will recognize the song. This is from 1980. It's called "Lovers in a Dangerous Time."
Oh, yes.
Nice.
So this is one of my favorite songs from the record, and I decided to do this song just because there's still so many atrocities that are perpetuated against LGBTQI people in the world. And I think as we celebrate Pride and we're all dancing and singing and having fun, I really think we always constantly have to acknowledge that there's lots of places in the world where being an LGBTQI person is still like very, very dangerous. Primarily Russia. So it's really, really kind of dedicated to all the people that struggle and can't be themselves. So this is the reason why this particular song got on this record. So do you guys want me just to take it away and we'll go
Well,
from there?
I just want to mention something first.
Sure.
I just want to let everybody know that tonight we're also raising money for our charity, which is Mana for Health. So if if you enjoy Drake's performance that he so willingly has offered to do for us, would you please tip to treasureiscans at gmail.com? And I'm not sure if our American friends are able to do this.
I don't
Uh,
know.
we can donate to paypal.me/iscan. We want to tell you how much we love and appreciate you all. And thank you for joining us this evening. And here you go,
Great.
Mr.
Thanks
Drake
very much.
Jensen.
Don't the hours grow shorter as the days go by? We never get to stop and open our eyes. 1 minute you're waiting for the sky to fall. Next you're dazzled by the beauty of it all. When you're lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. These fragile bodies of touch and taste. And this fragrant skin, this hair like lace. Spirits open to the thrust of grace. With never a breath you can't afford to waste. When you're lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. When you're lovers in a dangerous time. When your lover's in a dangerous time, sometimes you're made to feel as if your love's a crime. And nothing worth having comes without some kind of fight. You gotta kick it the darkness till it bleeds daylight. When your lover's in a dangerous time. Lovers in a dangerous time. lovers in a dangerous time. When you're lovers in a dangerous time.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you. So you guys are like
That was wonderful.
You guys are like the first people that to ever hear anything from the record.
Exclusive.
There you go, folks. It's your first time hearing this song, so that deserves a big tip.
Yeah,
Big, huge.
Just so you guys know, I want to forego my tips, and any tips that I get, I would like to donate them to Mana for Health because it's such a great organization in Nova Scotia. And please tip generously, and we're going to give it all to Mana for Health. So anything that comes toward my way, make sure that you guys take it and give it to Mana for Health, please.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, Drake, I'd like for you to stick around if you can, but I know you're busy.
No, I'm going to stick around. And do you want me to stay with you guys? I'll stick around and
Yeah,
come back.
by all means.
Lovely.
We're going to bring on our next guest as well, so you can be on screen as well with us all. And but Patrick's going to introduce this wonderful, sexy lady.
She's all the way from Buffalo, New York. She is the Empress 28 of the Imperial Court of Buffalo. Please welcome to your screens, Connie James Concepcion.
Well, hello. Hello, you guys. Hello, Jay.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Great.
He's doing much better.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
After drinking lots of waters and everything, oh my goodness.
I know that. I got your Buffalo drunk. I'm sorry, Patrick.
It's okay. I've been to Coronation in Buffalo before, so I'm very aware. But it's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be taking it easy tonight.
I don't know, Connie, if you had the opportunity to have ever met Drake Jensen, but or not. But he's a recording country artist, and his popularity is going all over the boards. And he's a fabulous individual, and I think he should take a trip to Buffalo to see you guys, sooner or later too.
Oh, we love it. We love to have him concert.
I would love to. I'd love to come down and perform at your investitures. I would love that.
Well, we love to have
you. A tour of that. Yeah, I'd love that. So let's do that. Nice to meet you, Connie.
Nice to meet you. Yes, we have to work that out sometime in the near future.
All right.
We need that for a show.
Yep.
Connie, how are you dealing with COVID down there?
The state, our numbers are a little bit higher than you guys up there. We're still in semi-lockdown mode across the country. New York State is slowly opening up again. They're reopening the bars again, slowly reopening the restaurants again. We still can't do any shows in the bars, though. We can't do any shows. That's still off limits. They say that by the middle of March that we'll allow weddings again. Small, up to like 150 people weddings potentially, maybe allowed. But even once again, that's going to be all depending on our numbers and how what happens in the next month or so. There's that fluctuation. We've lost so many people in this country over the last year. We've lost over 450,000 people to COVID. And we are at, right now, we have like 25 million people who are COVID positive right now, who had COVID in this country. So It's quite frightening right now to really think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't imagine, I mean, Canada, Nova Scotia is doing really well,
Mm-hmm.
exceptionally well, thank God. Um, I mean, we have some, they're actually listening to the health authorities
Mm-hmm.
and taking heed to the situation. I mean, there's not too many people you go by that's not wearing a mask
Exactly.
or even wearing gloves even when they're out. And which is probably a good thing to do, especially if you're in a grocery store,
Yeah.
where everybody's handling this, that, and everything else that you just touched. And but we're thankful here, and I know other parts of Canada is not as fortunate as we are.
Yeah.
And all we can do is take it day by day, and hopefully that things will be better within the next few months.
I'm hoping for that too. I mean, I really don't leave my house that much, to be honest with you, besides, my monthly shows. I come out to a hotel. Actually, I come to the Lawrence Hotel and do my show from David Hotel's apartment. And we keep distance since I'm there too. So we keep our circle small.
Yeah. But some of you don't know this, but Connie had a show last night, and her challenge was to reach $1,000, and she would shave her head on camera, and she surpassed the $1,000 last night in her show, and she shaved her head. And let me tell you, she does not need the wig she has on tonight because she looks absolutely fabulous without the wig. And but I give her kudos for doing that. I mean, I didn't have to shave my head because I don't have much hair to shave anyway. But raising that much money and for a great cause. And could you tell us a little bit more about that cause too, Connie?
Of course I can. Yeah, I did it for Evergreen Health Services in Western New York. They're one of the oldest charities that the Imperial Court of Buffalo has actually been raising money for, always since Grade 1. Back then, it was actually, the organization was called AIDS Community Services because there was more focus on AIDS. But since the AIDS pandemic, we'll say it was a pandemic back then, has lessened over the years, they've now focused on more generalized health practices in the LGBTQ community. And actually, a lot of people in the court actually go there for their health services. And they also help out with AIDS education, HIV and AIDS education, help out with the youth, help out with getting things for the young members of young LGBTQ community, backpacks, all that kind of stuff, and it's a wonderful charitable health center.
That's good. So, Patrick, you had some few questions that you would like to ask.
Yes, absolutely. So I just compiled some bunch of questions here. So one of the questions that I was having, because obviously you're in Buffalo, like what's going with everything what's happening, like are you going to have a coronation this year, or is it going to be next year?
We will have coronation 30 this year. And it's going to be virtual though. We are doing a virtual coronation.
Okay.
It will be our normal coronation day, which actually is going to be May 22nd. But it will be virtual. More details will be coming if we're going to do a full out-of-town show, in-town show, out-of-town show, coronation, and victory brunch. That is still all being finalized and worked out on how we're going to do that. But it is going to happen this year. Our Emperor and Empress-elect will be actually crowned. PJ Wolf and David Miltello will be crowned. For this reign, we're calling it, I kind of joke around calling this reign 29 and a half, because for this reign, we didn't officially go into 30 because this 30 is such an important milestone year. We didn't want to take anything away from that year. And since this year is all the fundraising is being done by the College of Monarchs, so all the former monarchs are involved in the fundraising efforts. That's why you've seen this old queen as much as you have. I've been trying to do as much as I can to raise money for our charities, and that's actually why I came up with Cocktails with Connie in May, after Anita and Marty were allowed to officially end their reign. We need to figure out how to raise money when you can't go out, when you really can't leave your house, when you can't hold shows in a bar, you can't do food events, you can't have PA dinners, the things which we're really known for. So I thought, well, I've been sitting in my house because I was laid off in the middle of March of last year, and I'm still actually on furlough from the hotel. And I was sitting alone in my house for over 2 months. I had to get out of the house. And I thought, well, and I saw a few other courts, like Toronto. I actually took stuff in Toronto. Toronto was doing a ISCANS Live show. I thought, well, why don't we do something like that? I thought, what is Buffalo known for and what is Connie? And I thought, what would match, what kind of go Connie? I said, okay, Cocktails with Connie. And I think it was May 29th or something like that, I decided that was what we did a show on, I think it was a Friday. I think that was actually a Friday show. I just decided it was just me and Anita McAvoy. We just did a show. We just had fun. We sold shots. We joked around. We did 3 or 4 different performances. We got a little messy because the bartender was heavy with the shots during that show, and a lot of people were buying shots because we were selling shots like I sell here, the 1 for 10 or 4 for 30. So when there was just the 2 of us, we were getting like, okay, now you have 4 shots to do, and you have this many shots to do, and I was getting shot of Crown Royal. And as you know, and I'm an old school girl, and I can handle my liquor, but after a while, it wasn't too pretty. But I still that day we raised $300 for our local food bank. That was my first. That was my first charity event. It was not official. It wasn't an official court function. Cocktails were kind of officially a court function the next show. And then I decided to do it every first Saturday. Every first Saturday I'm going to do Cocktails with Connie through the end of the reign. And so far, people seem to like it. People seem to like seeing this face on their screen. I'm not sure why, but it worked. And I've had some amazing guests from across the ICS, from all over Canada and all over the U.S. And I think at this point, throughout the 11 shows I've done, I think I've raised about $8,000 so far for charity. Wow. So I'm pretty proud of that.
That's excellent. Oh, that's great. We got a question for Drake. Drake, what dish would you bring to ISCANS potluck?
What dish would I bring?
Yeah.
It would be sweet and sour meatballs.
Excellent.
I always bring my balls wherever I go. People love them.
Oh,
I love balls.
I do love some meatballs. I will admit that.
So but it's the easiest thing in the world. You take a bottle of Heinz chili sauce and you take a can of cranberry sauce and you mix them together and you put your meatballs in, you throw them in the oven. That's what I would bring, but they're the best thing in the world. So nice. Saucy balls.
Oh, I love me some saucy balls.
Me too. Yeah.
This thing is getting moist. Stop it.
It's working though.
That is awesome.
When is the potluck, by the way? When is that going to happen?
When you get
Well,
here.
that's the thing. I think that would just be if we'd have a potluck, then that would be the question. But obviously, we can't do anything hanging out or anything else like that. But I'm sure it will be down the road.
So the moral to this story, Emperor, is hold your balls.
That's about it. Yeah, hold your balls for yourself.
Yep.
Well, I think we can bring up another performance.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So I will. We have some pre-recorded videos here, and I'll just bring them up. All right. So we'll bring up on our screens, which is the Empress 28 of Buffalo, Connie James Concepcion. Here we go.
Yay!
Like a rainbow.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you.
That was fabulous.
Thank you. Was love Cyndi Lauper.
Me too.
Well, don't you get Connie when your dress rides up on you? Oh my goodness!
Well,
And
yeah.
then you adjust everything. Well, yes, Drake. I can understand your predicament. So, Patrick, where do we go from here?
Well, since it's our first show, so this is our trying out as we are going. What we can do, well, we got my performance and yours, Dottie,
Yeah.
and then we can still talk and we can see if any viewers has any questions.
Yeah, I'm open to any question you have. Any questions?
Me too.
Oh,
I'll take
Alan.
any question.
Absolutely. Oh, there's one there. Alan Dowden came and says, Connie, do you have a drag mother?
I do actually. I had two. One is no longer with us. My first drag mother was former Empress of Buffalo, Karen Cadell. Unfortunately, we lost her. We lost her about four or 5 years ago. But my other drag mother is Ophelia Bottoms out of Washington D.C. She's been such a wonderful influence on me, and just seeing what they were wonderful, her history, and she's really just shown me how to be a strong, independent performer.
Yeah. Well, that's important. I mean, I didn't have a drag mother as such. I was sort of one of those immaculate conceptions, just came out of nowhere. I just popped into the universe and say, okay, here I am. So take me or throw me in the garbage. It doesn't matter. I'm still here to stay.
Oh, and you're fabulous. You're fabulous.
And, I just, all we can do, every single one of us, regardless of what role we play in this life that we're living, we have to do the best that we can. And, to be kind, to love, to share, and to cherish every moment is what we have to do, because we don't know what tomorrow may bring. We don't know what next week is going to bring.
Exactly.
So we have to be aware of our surroundings today, and just be, wise about our decisions and about what we do, how we speak to people. We might want to bite their heads off. You got to think twice about it, because the reason why they're in the mood could be they're having a really bad day, and our negativity or our bite back to them is going to make it worse for them. So why not give them a smile and whatever, and try to make it a better day for them, a better day for everyone.
Well, that's why I started a few years ago on Facebook doing my daily prayers. I've been doing my daily every day on Facebook. I post a prayer. Just because there's especially in the last 4 years in the U.S. there's so much negativity on social media because of Trump and the rhetoric from there. I thought, let me try to put some positivity out there, and I came up and just put out a daily prayer, and I hope and I think it's actually helped some people and gave some positivity for them to look at and to actually focus on not the negativity but the positiveness, the godliness of life.
Yeah. Every time I see them, it certainly lifts my spirits up. And there's a good many times that, certain things happen in life, and we have no control of what happens. And when you read something that's inspirational, it touches your heart and gives you that uplifting spirit that you feeling that you need
Yeah.
just to try to make it through the rest of the day. And that does, and you it puts a smile on your face, and when you smile, you tend to smile that you tend to pass that on,
Yeah.
and it brightens someone else's day that you see. I mean, I walked into
It's very true.
places, and especially my job,
Mm-hmm.
where I walk in the door and I can feel the tension. Uh, my boss has had a bad morning, or somebody else has had a bad morning, and I'll just say, "Well, good morning, Vietnam,"
Yeah.
and and give them a great big smile, and they're kind of looking at me weird, like, "Okay, who released you?" Uh, but you know, somehow within that hour after getting there, their mood changes.
Yeah.
And, because there's no use giving me flack about me being in a good mood, because you don't want me in a bad mood.
Sure.
Because I can be
I
quite,
heard that.
quite contrary if I'm in a bad mood.
Wow.
So
Me too.
keep me happy, and hear that, Patrick. Keep me happy.
Yeah.
I won't give nobody no grief.
Happy wife, happy life. Remember that, Patrick. Happy wife, happy life.
That's it.
So
That's
true.
exactly it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Patrick,
Husband also.
you want to bring up one performance? Doesn't matter whether yours or mine.
Okay.
But if it's yours, I want to introduce you.
Let's go with mine.
All right. Okay.
That was easy.
Well, that was simple. He just wanted to hear his voice praised. That's all. So at this time, we're going to bring up a wonderful person that I happen to be honored to have as part of my life this year, as my husband, my cohort in this wonderful organization of ISCANS that we are in. And I want to bring to the stage Regent Emperor 20, Patrick C. Roy.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I'll be one day. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. But everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones that today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back you. Memories bring back you. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. And my heart feel like an ember, and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah. the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back your. Memories bring back, memories bring back your. Memories bring back, memories bring back memories bring back, memories bring back your.
Yay, Patrick! And it's over. Yay!
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Patrick, do your best. I'm here.
They're right there. Yeah, that's good. So we have an announcement to make, right, Dottie?
Yes, we do. I'm so excited about this one.
So I'm going to bring it up to the screen. There it is. ISCANS Raffle 50/50 fundraiser supporting the Imperial Sovereign Court of Atlantic Nova Society and Win Cash, supporting Meta for Health Food Bank in Halifax, Nova Scotia. So all you have to do, you can go directly to the raffle box website, in which we will post the link after the stream, so you guys can actually go and purchase your tickets. They are 1 for $5. They are one ticket for $5, 3 tickets for $10, 20 tickets for $20, or 100 tickets for $50. And you can actually get them, and it's live, and you have until March 6th to purchase your raffle box 50/50 tickets.
Very cool.
And it's so exciting. So just remember, the more tickets that's bought, the more money that you're going to have in your pocket.
That's true.
And, and you never know. I mean, we could get this generous person that donates that back, but, you're not asking it for it back because you bought the tickets, you deserve the money. But, anything that's made, it's, I don't care if it's $100, $500, $1,000, $20,000, which would be great. You get 10,000, we get 10,000.
Yeah.
The more tickets you buy, the better it is, and the better chance it is that you're going to win that money. And it's a win-win sort of situation. And you're helping a wonderful organization. You're helping the charity that we support tonight, Mana for Health, which is a special needs food bank for those that don't know what it is. And it's here in Halifax. Our other Empress, Region Empress 20, Miss Vicky Starr tonight actually started this food bank, I believe back in 1995, a founder. And, and the St. John's Church, I believe, took it over for her. And it's just up the street from me. They have several clients that need our help, need our support. You can't, times are tough. You can't afford your medications if you got to buy food, and, so we're helping them out with the food part anyway, as much as we can. And, last year was a good year for them. Our previous Empress, Kayla Shenanigans, she raised some good money for Mana for Health. And they really, really appreciated it. And we want to surpass that total if possible, and especially if we can't have a coronation, it's going to be that much more money going to them. And, and it would be wonderful. I would love to be passing them a check for $20,000, and it would bless them, bless the community, and with your help, your support, and us doing our jobs as best we can, online, and it takes not just one person; it takes a whole community
Yes, it does.
work together. And all of our courts working together to make this a possible, thing for everybody. We help each other. It's going to be good for us all, and spread the love
Yes.
as much as you can.
Amen.
I talk too much,
It's perfect.
Okay, Patrick.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring you on your on the screen. So please welcome. She is my imperial wife this year. Please welcome Regent Empress 20, Dottie Rose.
Close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our mind. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. A million dreams is come back.
Yes, my emperor.
Hey, great job. Love that song.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites by Pink, and it has real meaning. You know, work together, we can build that house and build a dream of you know, maybe not a perfect world, but a better world
Yes.
Absolutely.
for us all.
Yes.
So, was there any other questions that our viewers that would like to ask either Drake or Connie this evening?
I'm just going through the list of the comments. I haven't seen anything, but that's the latest one. Kate Will said, "Thank you, Drake and Connie, for donating your time for ISCANS. We really appreciate you."
Oh, my pleasure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kate is our Prime Minister. She's the president of the for our court here in Halifax.
Okay.
Cool.
Very nice. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
There is a question here. Question for Drake. Who is your number one fan?
Who is my number one fan? My husband. He's been my champion for 13 years now, and probably enabled me to do everything I do today. So I would certainly say he's certainly my number one fan.
Well, we have that support. You know, we can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, my dream was, I had my dream, and my dream was to do this professionally, and he certainly helped me do that by supporting me emotionally, and I think that was the biggest part of the whole thing, really. So I owe him a lot, and I owe everybody's a fan in a different way, and I owe everybody that listens something. I always think that the only reason I'm here is because of everybody else. So thank you to everybody, really, not just my husband. There's been a lot of people involved in my career in 10 years. I have a big team that worked with me that enable me to do what I do. So they're all very much to thank too. So, you know, it's one of those things. But certainly, I think Michael's probably, if I was to really boil down to it, he's probably my biggest fan.
Connie, what do you have? What's your plans after May 22nd?
Maybe probably take a little break, maybe for like a week or so. Take a week or so off from. But you gotta understand, my drag son David Militello is stepping up as emperor, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time to actually step away from the fundraising for the Imperial Court of Buffalo. So pretty much, I'm probably gonna still be doing a lot of shows. Cocktail of the County may live on for another reign, depending on how things go with the pandemic. But this still may be a good fundraising effort. So, and there might be another run in this old lady. I might actually consider rating one more time. Because I before I get too old and before I just can't, just don't have it in me to keep doing this. I've been doing this pretty much straight on from reign 25. I've kept going through different. I've been part of the royal families since reign 25. So, and right now I was the Dowager Emperor, Dowager Empress for 29, and now sort of reigning, kind of not, but fundraising all year. So I'm gonna try. I'll probably step back slightly, let the Emperor and Empress have their time, but I'll be there supporting them 100%. And then maybe for reign 31, you never know. I can't say anyways officially, but you never know. You may see me one more time going out there before I just get too tired to do it every day.
Well, girl, I'm 60 and I'm still going. And Vicky is 61 and she's still going. And so, hopefully I have a few more years left that I'm going to be able to do this, But what people realize is fundraising is not easy work.
No.
It is very hard work, and you have to put a lot of effort into it, and it takes a lot out of you.
Yep. And finance too.
Physically, mentally, it's exhausting. And especially with online shows, you think, oh well, no, all you have to do is turn on your computer, and and automatically people just come out of the woodwork. No, you have to go after them.
Yes.
And they're more than happy to help, but they just want to be asked.
Yes.
And some are camera shy.
Yeah.
I'm camera shy, but I'm still here.
No, I don't believe that.
Oh yes, I am.
Really?
I'm really shy. Well, unless I have a few drinks, and then I'm not shy at all.
Yeah, I remember that.
I tend to cross that line a couple of times or so, and so that's why I try to just sort of calm down any of my drinking or anything like that, especially doing something as important as this. One more time, everybody, I just want to bring that we are raising money for Mana for Health this evening, and we really appreciate any donation. If you've enjoyed the show this evening, you've enjoyed the performances, the chat that we're having here this evening, please donate. We're helping a wonderful cause, a wonderful charity, and I don't care if it's $5 or a toonie. If that's all you have and that's all you can have to donate, we appreciate every little bit. And just donate to Treasury ISCANS. It's right at the bottom of the screen. TreasuryIsCans@gmail.com. No password required. And for our international family, it's paypal.me/ISCANS. And I'd love to wake up in the morning and see a few $100s in there. It would be fabulous. But whatever. I don't care. If it's $100, that's fabulous. It's $100 more than what we had before. And so I'm very thankful for everyone that showed up here tonight. I'm thankful to Drake and to Connie for your time and your honesties in this interview and what you do for your community. It's amazing. And, we love you and we appreciate you. And hopefully soon, all of us can be in one room, actually, and physically touch, and being able to, to chat and to laugh and share a drink, share a hug, share stories from this COVID pandemic things that I rather choose to forget. But we've learned.
Yes.
And we've learned from this terrible times in our lives that we can do it. We can do it if we all stick together.
Yes.
So that's my save for tonight. I've talked too much, I know, but sometimes when I get going, I just don't know when to shut up. Ask Patrick.
His husband.
Well, yeah, you can ask my husband too.
All good. So we can actually tell everyone as well. Our next show is this Sunday, coming a week from today. And here's the poster for it: Show Your Love 2021, and that will be also on YouTube, Facebook, and AvaProductions.net. So it'll also be on these three websites if anybody would like to see the show.
Excellent.
And also, if you would like to send in any performance, you have until what, February 13th at
February, yeah, they have until February 13th. Yeah.
what time of the day? That would be better. By
The time-
noon, by midnight.
Midnight. Yeah, let's do a midnight.
Midnight, February 13th, to get your performances in. We'd love to have you. It's going to be a fabulous show. We've got performers from New York. We've got Chicago. We've got Texas. We've got Washington, Buffalo, and I believe a few other places that's putting in some music. So we'd really appreciate, the more the merrier. We'd love to hear from you and have you and have you on as guests for the show that we're doing. This is the first time, so I think it's going fabulous. And other than I've got to stop talking. So Patrick's going to do the talking all next time. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I guess that's everything. So yeah, that's the our next show, February 14th, Show You Love. And until then, unless you want to add anything before we close.
Well, I do have the next Cocktails with Connie will be March 6th at 8 p.m. live on the Imperial Court of Buffalo Facebook and YouTube channel. All proceeds will be going to Gay and Lesbian Youth Services of Western New York, and all my guests will be from the Imperial Court of New York City. It's going to be a fun show. Check it out.
I'll be tuning in. And Drake, do you have anything that you would like us all to know? That's
Oh, no, I just wanted to say thank you. Just thank you to everybody and stay safe and make sure you're doing the simple things like washing your hands and wearing a mask. It isn't rocket science. Just do it and stay safe as much as you can. Thank you very much for including me, by the way. I really appreciate the support I get from you guys at home. It means an awful lot to me. So thank you to you both and to everybody at the court. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And to everybody listening, thank you. And make sure you make your donations for Mana for Health.
Yes, give those donate. Their charities need the help.
Yes. And nice to meet you, Connie.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, we'll see you in person sometime.
I hope so. Stay safe.
okay, everybody. Good night. I love you.
Good night, everybody.
If anybody wants to stay around and chat, that's fine. But if not, we're not going live anymore. We're ending our broadcast. And until next time, be safe and be happy and love one another.
Bye, everybody.